Joining us now is forensic psychiatrist Dr. Michael Welner. I even saw you as you were watching this disturbing video. All accounts from people that he knew. You know, he was a quiet kid, sunglasses, hat pulled down. That's not what we see in the video.
Well, I think that's very important for the viewing audience to understand. This is not him. These videos do not help us understand him. They distort him. He was meek, he was quiet, and this is a PR tape of him trying to turn himself into a Quentin Tarantino character. And this is precisely why this should not be released. Parents, you should cut the pictures out of the newspaper and do not let your children see it. You should take them out of the room when these videos are shown, because he's paranoid and his agenda of blaming the rest of the world is on unedited. As a forensic psychiatrist, look, I've read disturbing plays. You get to page 2, you see that it's delusional and irrational, and you put it away. There's nothing to learn from this except it gives it validation. If this rambling showed up in an emergency room, my colleagues and I would listen carefully, and when we reflected that it was delusional, would go see the next patient and start the medication. This makes it sound rational. It makes it sound like he was tormented. He wasn't. He wasn't. This was Blacksburg.
I'm glad that you said this, because the school is coming under criticism. The medication that he may or may not have been under. It's like everybody is blaming everybody except for his own actions. And you said if he came, you're a doctor, you've seen these kind of cases, if he came to you in your emergency room, what you would have done?
Well, in an emergency room, again, unless someone is at high risk, then there's nothing you can do. And he presented to mental health authorities. He's certainly capable of presenting himself quietly. If anybody cares about the victims in Blacksburg, and if anybody cares about their children, stop showing this video now. Take it off the internet. Let it be relegated to YouTube. This is a social catastrophe. Showing the video is a social catastrophe. I promise you, the disaffected will watch him the way they watched natural-born killers. I know. I examine these people. I've examined mass shooters who've told me that they've watched natural-born killers 20 times. You cannot saturate the American public with this kind of message. I worked on the NBC Today Show shooter. The irony of NBC releasing this tape. But for the grace of God, Theron Montgomery, rest in peace, confronted William Tager, stagehand, at the door. William Tager was ready to go in there and shoot everyone at NBC. There has to be some sense of recognition. This is a crime for immortality. We cannot give that to him. He was a person with paranoia. He was a person who was a failure. That doesn't come across on this video.
But can't just blame that network, because everyone.
It's not an issue of blame, Robin. It's an appeal. Please stop now.
I agree.
That's all.
I know so many agree with you.
Everyone means well.
I know.
Everyone means well, but we can still stop now and dismiss it. Just listen, if you can take Imus off the air, you can certainly keep him from having his own morning show.
Well, we have had a heated debate in our own newsroom into what to show and what to not show and what is newsworthy and how much can we learn. How much is what you're saying in showing this, and our message board is lit up.
You don't learn from this.
You don't learn from this.
As a psychiatrist, you don't learn from this, because this is what he wants you to see. And the issue of someone who is paranoid is looking at the parameters of his life, interviewing the people who know him, as you, as Chris, as Terry Moran, as the very responsible people, my colleagues here at ABC News, because I'm a consultant here, and I'm certainly as open to criticism as anybody. That's where the portrayal of him, he has constructed in this age of new media, the equivalent of what the Palestinian children do. They turn themselves into icons. They get articles written about themselves in the New York Times, and all of their colleagues, all of their people around them who are told to blow themselves up, see, well, yeah, you too can be a hero, and we'll make a wall poster out of you. No, 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 no. This is perversion. These people are perverts. We have to send a message to alienated people. You know what? You hate everybody around you. You're paranoid. You're alienated. You're sad. You're depressed. But these people are perverts. Do not follow their way. They're not icons. They're not powerful. He's a weakling. He needs to create and produce his own picture in order to give himself a sense of power. Nobody saw him that way. He didn't see himself that way. And that's why he set this up. And he did this to achieve immortality. We have to stop giving him that, and we can do it now.
Many people agree with that, and thank you for your insight because, as you said, you have been very close to people like this, Michael. Thanks very much.
I appreciate it.